Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. MOL is open to selling its stake in INA, the Hungarian oil and gas group's general counsel said in an interview for Hungarian television channel M1. Paul Kara's remarks were also reported by the Hungarian business news website Portfolio, which noted that the CEO of Russia's Rosneft, Igor Sechin, had said recently that his company may be willing to acquire MOL's stake in INA if the Croatian government was looking for a strategic partner.
Hungary's oil and gas company MOL is open to selling its stake in INA, but until that time comes, MOL will continue to run the company as best it can. The situation has not changed. MOL is ready to negotiate and is willing to wait patiently and respectfully for a proposal to come from the Croatian side. Regardless of how their message may sound, we have our own timeline, a course of action we've set for ourselves, and we'll have an appropriate response when the time comes. First, Croatia's government needs to draft a strategy on this issue, then we can discuss potential investors. The government said last Christmas they would buy back INA. We still don't know who is working on this. After months of us insisting that this issue be addressed, the government finally chose a consultant. I think a debate on this is still a long way down the road.
Croatian officials and officials from the Bosnian Serb entity Republika Srpska signed a cooperation protocol today that is expected to reduce pollution in the towns of Bosanski Brod and Slavonski Brod. The document will pave the way for a Russian oil refinery on the Bosnian side of the border to switch from using crude oil to natural gas as its energy source. Croatia has agreed to connect the refinery to its natural gas pipeline. Completion of the €3 million project is expected in 1 year.
This protocol regulates the delivery of natural gas to the oil refinery in Bosanski Brod by connecting it to the Croatian pipeline network. The project will be managed by Crodux on the Croatian side and the Brod oil refinery on the other as the client. We've paved the way for the Brod oil refinery to switch to natural gas. From Croatia's perspective, this is an opportunity to resolve an issue that has been troubling Croatia for decades, and that is the issue of poor air quality in the Slavonski Brod area.
Croatia has dropped 8 places in the latest Ease of Doing Business rankings. Croatia ranked 51st among 190 countries in the World Bank's annual report. Taking a look at some of the indicators, Croatia fared better than before when it comes to registering property, but worse in terms of dealing with construction permits. The Agrokor Group's units, which are listed on the stock exchange, have reported their half-yearly financial results. Tisak recorded a loss of 47.5 million kuna compared to a loss of 9 million last year. Zvezda reported nearly 70 million kuna in losses, significantly more than in 2016. In contrast, Ledo made a profit of 51 million kuna, 40 million kuna less than last year. Agrokor's farming units performed better. Belje registered 11 million in profits compared to last year's 47 million kuna in losses. Agrokor has had to make some adjustments to deal with its debt crisis, which is why the company says the results of some of its well-performing units are down. Today is World Savings Day. Croatians hold around 160 billion kuna in their savings accounts. Most of that money, 70%, is held in foreign currencies, primarily in euros. Although Croatians are less likely to keep their savings in the domestic currency, saving in kunas is becoming more common, says the deputy governor of the central bank.
Due to low interest rates, Croatians are increasingly keeping their money in their checking and giro accounts. Conversion to foreign currency is becoming less frequent, and we're seeing fewer redeemable term deposits. These kuna deposits provide a foundation for the increased kuna lending we've seen in recent years.
Ahead of All Saints' Day tomorrow, Croatia's top political and military leaders paid their respects to those who died fighting for their country by placing wreaths and lighting candles at Zagreb's Mirogoj Cemetery. They also honored Croatia's first president, Franjo Tuđman, and commemorated the victims of the Homeland War who remain unidentified. A suspected terrorist with links to the so-called Islamic State has been handed over to American authorities. Mirsad Kandić, a Kosovo native, was arrested in Sarajevo several months ago and extradited in secret to the United States today. Kandić has been living in Bosnia for years under an assumed name. He's suspected of having supplied the Islamic State with weapons and suicide vests.
The prosecutor's office took part in a complex operation to locate and hand over to the United States a suspect with links to terrorism. Prosecutors worked with members of other agencies, providing the necessary support and cooperation. Due to the sensitive nature of the case, we cannot provide any more information.
In sports, Dinamo Zagreb has advanced to the quarterfinals of the Croatian Football Cup only after a penalty shootout against second-tier club Novi Grad. The two sides played to a scoreless draw this evening. However, Dinamo Zagreb would ultimately go on to advance on a 3-2 penalty shootout. Borna Ćorić has advanced to the second round of the Masters 1000 tournament in Paris after defeating Jan-Lennart Struff of Germany today, 6-3, 6-4. His next opponent will be countryman Marin Cilic. The two clashed last week in Basel. Cilic has won all 5 of their previous matches. Wednesday's forecast calls for mostly sunny skies along the coast and in the mountains. The rest of the country may see some passing moderate clouds. There is a chance of traces of morning fog in the interior. Expect light to moderate northeasterly winds on the coast and a northwesterly further out to sea. Morning lows will range from -4 to +2 in the interior and from 6 to 11 on the Adriatic. The day's highs will be between 9 and 14 degrees inland and between 14 and 19 along the coast. Warmer weather is expected in continental Croatia on Thursday as southwesterly winds pick up, but the mornings will still be quite cool with a chance of fog. Conditions will be cloudier, but rain is expected only on Friday. The same is forecast for most of the coast. However, the north may see showers on Thursday and Saturday as well. Southwesterly and southeasterly winds will pick up speed towards the end of the week and shift temporarily to a west-northwesterly on Friday. Temperatures will be slightly warmer. And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you.